Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hafiz Ahsan and I will be your physics instructor in this course, which is Introduction to Physics. Let's begin with my introduction. I have done my master's in applied physics with a specialization in electronics, and I have been teaching all my life, which is about 15 years of teaching experience. I have been writing academic books which are mostly related to science or academic science, you can say. So that's my brief introduction. Let's get to the course, which is physics, introduction to physics. And the first thing which we are going to discuss is what is physics, or the formal definition of physics. The formal definition of physics, which says that physics is the branch of science which deals with the properties of matter, energy, and their mutual relationship or their interaction. How matter, energy, what are their properties, and how they interact with each other. There's a picture of physics which gives you a good idea of what we are going to discuss in this course. We are going to talk about magnetism, space. We are going to talk about microscopes and telescopes and flying and machines and gravity and lots of other things. This picture is going to be associated with the definition of physics and will help you remember its definition. The second thing which we are going to discuss in this video is branches of physics, and the first branch of physics which we are going to discuss here is mechanics. And the mechanics is the branch of physics which deals with the motion of objects. Basically it deals with the motion of objects, we can say with or without the reference of force, because it is a combination of two further branches. One is called kinematics, which is the branch of physics which deals with the motion of objects without the reference of force, and dynamics is the branch of physics which deals with the motion of objects with the reference of force. So in kinematics, which we are going to talk about displacement, time, velocity, acceleration, and in dynamics we are going to talk about force, weight, and of course velocity, acceleration. Basically we are going to talk about how much force is being applied to produce the motion, and in kinematics we are going to measure only the motion. We are going to measure only velocity, acceleration, displacement, and time. So next branch of physics is electricity. You all know about the journey of electricity and how it is helping us in our daily life. When we are going to study this in physics, we are going to talk about electrons or the charged particles, how they move and produce this miracles we see around us. Like you're watching this video, of course, on a mobile phone or on a laptop or on a screen, which is an electrical device, and you are sitting in a lit room, maybe lit with LED lights or something. So electricity is everywhere. Basically you are sitting under a fan or sitting in an air conditioned room. All of these things are the applications of electricity. The next thing we are going to discuss, the next branch of physics we are going to discuss is electromagnetism. And electromagnetism is basically the merger of electricity and magnetism, and its application basically spreads all around us. All the motors you see, electrical fans and the water pumps and the whatever kind of motor you can see is basically the application of electromagnetism. We are going to discuss about electrical bells and the exact definition of electromagnetism. Electromagnetism is present in the speaker as well, from which you are hearing my voice right now. Electromagnets are present over there. We are going to talk about solid state physics, the next branch. Solid state physics is the branch in which we are going to talk about how atoms are arranged in a crystalline solid. The formal definition says the structure and properties of solid material, but we are going to talk about how atoms are arranged in a crystalline solid. What is the geometrical formation of that solid, like tetrahedron or cuboid or whatever. Atomic physics. In atomic physics we are going to talk about electrons, how electrons are arranged in different energy levels, and the application basically is of lasers, how lasers work, and what are they, how is it possible to produce a monochromatic light. We are going to talk about nuclear physics. Nuclear physics is all about nucleus. the second most dense object in the universe after black holes, of course. We are going to talk about all the applications of nuclear physics, which are atomic reactors, atomic bombs, hydrogen bombs, radioactivity, and all the other stuff. Plasma physics. Plasma, as you all know, is the fourth state of matter after solid, liquid, and gas. We came to know that plasma can be the fourth state of matter. It is the most abundant state of matter in the universe because stars are made of plasma. You can see plasma in your tube lights or energy savers and all the places where light is produced due to the passing of electricity through a gas. Or in formal definition, we are going to talk about the plasma. Plasma is basically an ionized swarm of ionized liquid, you can say, in which bare nuclei are moving freely. Ionized atoms in which bare nuclei are moving freely. Swarm of electrons in which bare nuclei are moving freely. Whatever you want to say. Biophysics. Biophysics is basically the interlink between physics and biology, and we are going to talk about all the medical equipments over here, like pacemakers, ECG machines, and MRI machines, and X-rays, and all the biotechnicians around here who are helping you stay healthy, who are helping you to determine your health through machines. The production of that machine and the usage of that machine is basically belongs to the branch of physics called biophysics. We are going to talk about one more branch of physics over here, which is heat and thermodynamics. Therm means heat again, and dynamics, as we have already discussed, about motion. So we are going to talk about all the engines of your car and your motorbikes and whatever, which uses heat to produce motion. And we are going to talk about heat, and we are going to talk about temperatures and all the other stuff. We are also going to talk about astrophysics as a branch of physics over here. Astrophysics, everything up there in the skies, the solar system, the universe, the nebulas, and asteroids and meteoroids and lots of other stuff. A study of astronomical bodies, the study of bodies outside our environment of Earth, is called astrophysics. The next branch of physics we are going to discuss is optics. In optics, we are going to study light, its behavior, its transmission, deflection, and it as a form of radiation. We are going to talk about fiber optics. We are going to talk about lenses. We are going to talk about mirrors and vision, and how your vision is corrected when it is deformed due to some sort of diseases like myopia or presbyopia or myopia and lots of other stuff. So we are going to talk about light and its properties in optics. That's it for today. Let's see you in the other video.